Welcome back to Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Right now, we see Blue Steel in the lead, but Red, you're not out of it yet, because our last topic is going to be worth 3 points. So you got to get a clean sweep here, but it's not impossible. Okay, guys, the Gladiators of Gab aren't done yet. Here at the UC, our members complain about where they sit in the show, but for pro sports teams, their location can play a big part in their success. Attendance and their stadium situation are huge factors when it comes to bringing in the cash. Guys, what sports franchise needs to make like Max Keeble and make a big move? Coming over here to the Red Scare, I think we're starting with Lily. Lily, what do you think needs to relocate?
And that would probably have to be the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're one of the worst franchises, I think, in the MLB. Being in Pittsburgh, they have the Steelers and they have the Penguins. They're always overshadowed. They haven't had a winning season since 1992. They always get really good players and trade them away. They haven't had a great season again. They lost 20-0 last season. That's really embarrassing, one of the worst losses. So they have to relocate, and the place I think they should go is Louisiana. Again, they don't have a baseball team. They love their sports down there. The Saints are fantastic. They really brought the city back to life. I think if the fans really invest in their sports teams.
All right, hold on. We're going to come over to Greg. A lot of history there in Pittsburgh. Greg, do you think Pittsburgh should go away?
No, I think the Pittsburgh, like you said, they have a lot of history, or the Pittsburgh Pirates have a lot of history, and that's not really a problem with their location. It's more of a problem with their owner and them not being able to compete payroll-wise. A team that I'm looking to move is the Tampa Bay Rays, because down in Florida you have all these transplanted fans, and in order to keep those transplanted fans, at least bolstering the Marlins' new stadium, I'm not going to move them out of a new stadium, that'd be cruel. I'm going to move the Marlins over to the AL East. I'm going to move the Rays up the East Coast to Charlotte. Charlotte, the 26th, and Raleigh, Durham, the 29th biggest TV markets in the nation. So you're going to get plenty of fans. They already have the NBA and NFL there. Why can't they support Major League Baseball?
Okay, so you're not just relocating a team. You're moving around from AL to NL.
Well, that's just because you can't have too many teams in the West. So
no, I understand. I understand. All right, Pat,
I'm going to move the Buffalo Bills, and I'm going to move them across the pond to London. What we're doing here is people complain, well, that's too far of a move. Well, it's a 5-hour flight from the East Coast to Heathrow, and it's a 6-hour flight from the East Coast to London. What you do is you get rid of the AFC East, you move this London team into the East as well, and the Premier League has been talking about having a winter break, so those hungry English sports fans, what are they going to want to do from November to January? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I think they're going to watch football.
All right, guys, we bounced around. We went from baseball to football. Marcus, you want some talk time? Let's hear it.
Okay, so I'm moving to Los Angeles Clippers because here's the thing. You have the Sacramento Kings moving to Anaheim to become the Anaheim Royals. It's basically happened. So you have now you have 3 teams in LA. The Clippers are the younger brother to the Los Angeles Lakers anyway. So move the Clippers to Seattle. They lost their team to Oklahoma City Thunder, and this team has been gnawing at the bit to get a team back.
They've really shown that they deserve a franchise.
Hold on, Red Scary guys, you need to tell me right now why what they're saying over here, why the Clippers and the Rays are wrong.
Give a market a new chance, not show a market that's already faltered in Seattle.
London
Give London
They're not just
chance.
playing East Coast teams. They're not going to travel over to play the
there's
Chargers.
16 games in the season.
To play in London.
But maybe 18 now. We're going to expand
it.
it.
only makes sense for football because there's 16 games.
No,
and then you're depriving a market in Buffalo that's actually not that bad a market.
They have the bottom.
All right, guys, that's
going
going to do it. That's going to
market.
do it. We've heard some
There's
different
really no
sports. We heard basketball, football, baseball, but in the end, I think London's just too big a move, guys. It's got to be the Marlins coming over the AL East. I haven't heard that before, and I really like it. Tampa Bay was in the World Series and still couldn't sell out that stadium, excuse me. So the point in the game is going to go over here to the Blue Steel, but we do have another topic to play out. You guys are playing for pride right now. Don't hang your heads, okay? As someone who has physical abilities, I'm not often surprised. That being said, even I've been caught off guard by some of baseball's early season happenings. The ball is still round and the sausages are still running in Milwaukee, but what has surprised you so far this spring? We're staying over here. We're staying with Pat Jaguar. Pat, win your last point on this show here.
I, for pride, will argue that the Red Sox have got to be the biggest surprise this year. Everyone picks them to go to the World Series. They start off 2-10. I don't know what the Vegas odds were on that, but I bet if I bet a penny, I could have got someone's kidney with how much money I would have bought in return.
All right, coming over here to Blue, guys. The Red Sox were definitely surprised me. Who do you think?
I think that I was going to just pick a specific player, but I think I'm going to end up going with the Cleveland Indians. They're I think tied for the best record as of yesterday in Major League Baseball, and they're doing it in a weird way. Fausto Carmona, you think, would have been their best pitcher, but instead it's Justin Masterson, who's former Red Sox, by the way. He's 4-0, and then Mitch Talbot and Josh Tomlin, a pair of 2-syllable last names there. They're like really turning it on. They both have ERAs below 3. And Carmona's is up around 474. And to add to that, I'm also surprised by the fact that they have the lowest attendance in the league still. They went from 22,000 in 2009 to 17,000 last year, and now 14,000. So that franchise is just going down the drain as their team is going up.
Marcus is sitting here smiling at me, and I don't like it, so I'm going to let him talk.
I mean, you know, Pat said the entire Red Sox. I'm going to focus on a specific person. I'm going to go with Carl Crawford. This is a guy that's getting paid $142 million in 7 years, and he's had 67 bats and 10 hits. This guy is not producing at all. His on-base percentage is like a 186. He's batting like a mere .147. Like, this is awful. Carl Crawford.
It's less surprising, though, for one player to start off like the first few weeks of a season sluggers, though, than it is for a whole team that is stacked with so many different players.
Breaking it down a little more.
They've come back.
Pat's keeping it wide. Hold on, I want to hear what Lily has to say. Lily, you don't seem to be surprised much, but who surprised you so far?
Emotionless.
I'm emotionless, people. No, I'm just kidding.
Ice in the veins.
Yes, and of course the Red Sox story is very surprising, but also Manny Ramirez saying that he's going to retire after he found that he was taking performance-enhancing drugs. I was very surprised that he just retired. He's one of the best bats in the league with the Tampa Bay Rays. I know he's really underappreciated, but it was very surprising that he just up and retired.
Yeah, but he had to miss 100 games. That's why he retired.
I know, that's why I'm saying it's
Yeah, but
surprising.
who would have
though.
seen
Who
that
would have
coming?
you have sat out the 100 and then
Oh,
came back next season?
Greg, are you saying that you were
There's
going to that you could call
162
Greg, are
games in
you
the season?
saying that you knew Manny was going to retire coming into this year?
No, I'm saying it's not as big a surprise that he would fail at testing as how he's already done it 2 times in 2003.
What?
It's not official from Major League Baseball,
Right.
but he was in that report.
I did not know.
and then
It was very shocking that he just retired.
Yeah, but
Just
if you
flat out
said before
retired.
the
No
year
one else
Manny
knew about it.
Ramirez
You
is
were
going to be
then
the
faced-
first person ever to get slapped with a 100-game fine, I think that's pretty surprising.
That's very
But
surprising.
he's had a history of it, so it's like Albert Pujols, and he's like, oh, we're going to give him a 100-game suspension.
Well, who knew he was going to
Hold on,
retire
Manny
at
Ramirez
the
is
beginning of
regarded
the
by
season?
most as one of the best right-handed hitters of all time. Now, you
Yeah.
can't
It's a
just
little bit
say-
more
But
surprising
that's been
than
an issue in the past, so it's not
I'm
that
saying it's
surprising.
something
as
no
how
one
he
was
is.
surprising
even
that he just
talking about,
retired
that, oh,
right
Manny
before the
Ramirez
season
could
started.
retire before the season
Such a
even
big
started.
Okay,
surprise.
guys,
about
that's
the-
going to wrap the point, and I'll tell you what. Manny was supposed to turn some heads, match up with Damon there in Tampa, and take them to the top. You're right. He retired. He surprised everybody. Point's going to come over here, did the Red Scare. Unfortunately, you guys are going to pull up a little short. That's going to do it. We've had our second finalist team. That's going to move on. That's the Blue Steel. We'll be facing the Purple Panthers. Sorry to the Red Scare over here. You guys put up a good fight. You might want to seriously consider that cooking career, Pat. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Blue Steel have got their yellow cards. Don't move a muscle. All right, guys, when I said not to move a muscle before the break, I hope you didn't take it too literally and still move the ones you need to survive. Well, if you're still with us, you're in luck. It's yellow card time. We're going to start with Greg Baru, the captain of the Blue Steel. Greg, you're moving on to the finals against the Purple Panthers. Now let's see what you want to say on your yellow card.
Well, I want to say thanks, Ben. I want to talk about soccer, surprise. The MLS has gotten off to a great start so far. Charlie Davies was in a car accident about a year ago where his car split in half. He missed the World Cup. Now he's come back to D.C. He's leading the MLS in goals. Landon Donovan is injured, and that's actually costing the Galaxy some wins. Portland, the whole stadium is packed. They're singing the national anthem before the game. They're cutting off logs to handle players who score goals. And I'd just like to thank Pat Jaguar for all he's done for the show. He's always a classy competitor, and he's a pretty funny guy in his own right. So shout out to Pat Jaguar, my yellow card.
All right, that's a classy move right there yourself, Greg. Marcus Garcia, always waiting for your yellow card on this show. I want to hear what you're bringing to me today.
Well, Ben, I want to talk basketball because, you know, we've seen what the NFL lockout has been occurring. People don't know this. NBA could be in for their own lockout. You know, they have their own CBA going on right now. NBA, David Stern, look what is happening in the NFL right now. Look at all this negative publicity that's going on. You need to settle your CBA right now because you can't handle another lockout within 11 years.
Sorry to cut you off, buddy, but that's all the time we've got for today's edition of Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Make sure to check us out next time when the Purple Panthers and Blue Steel square off for the title. Be sure to check us out as well at EIVTV.com for UC Extras, including interviews with today's winners and losers. I'm Ben Barker. Take it easy.